Alright, so we've definitely got to put MikeMike to work at the cookie clicker factory here. So I was introduced to this game from the Spiffing Brit. I'm sure you've probably heard of him. But he's talking about autoclicker, and I'm like, autoclicker? Like, MikeMike, can you do something like that? So let's do a little bit of work with MikeMike here. This is MikeMike. It's MicroMacro. It is a macro tool for mouse and keyboard based off the Pro Micro. So it's mostly just software, but it's nice. What's really interesting about this is the way you program it is you plug it into your computer and then you log into it from your computer. So this one actually creates a serial port, and we're going to log into that serial port. So we'll do that with screen in this case. Screen div tty. I think it's ACM 0, and that's 1152. I think we're in. Yep, there we go. Let's just make that a little bigger. All right, so we can control this using this or our keyboard here, since we can type directly into this terminal session. So we can look at we already got some macros here. Let's just delete all these actually. So I'm just hitting J for down. We can change those keys whatever we want. We're just going to empty out this macro and macro 1. I'll close that out. Okay, so macro 0 is empty, macro 1 is empty, and I don't think there are any more. Cool. All right, so macro 0. So cookie clicker, the point of cookie clicker is we're supposed to click our cookies, right? Oh, let me get my audio working here. Oh, there it is. It's just delayed. This actually might be OBS just choking out the entire computer, so bear with me. But clicking. So this is a bad motion for your hand. It's not something that should be done. It should be repeated. So we're not going to. We're going to use this lovely tool here, MikeMike. We're going to make MikeMike do it for us. So let's do a mouse move and a click. Well, actually, let's just do a click first. So mouse left click. There we go. And now we'll repeat this by using we can just sit here and populate this all with left clicks, but what we're going to do instead is do yank, hit Y to yank it, and P to put it. We're just copy pasting these all the way down. All right, let's go back. And we'll choose our macro. We're going to play the macro back. We'll point our mouse at the right spot. And choose macro 0. So there's 81. So it should be 14, I think. 14 pieces. But you can also hold it down. So I'm over here. I'm pressing the right button to choose. You go left, it goes back a menu. You go right, it goes forward a menu. And I'm going to choose this selection. Oh, I hit edit, sorry. Play the macro. Oh, it's making my mouse click, so I need to actually put it over here. So I can just hold this down, but that's obviously not how you play this game. As was noted by the Spiffing Brit, there's actually a rate limiter on this, so it actually prevents the mouse from clicking too fast. So this is actually only capable of clicking a certain amount. But also, with this game, it's more valuable to be clicking on these items over here. So we're actually going to do a little live macro of recording that. So let's do that real quick. Let's make a new macro. We'll edit macro. So this is already macro 0. It's just clicking. So go to macro 1. We'll do a mouse move and click. We're going to move the mouse. Hitting down and right. I'm actually moving the mouse up here. Lower. Alright, that's where it needs to be. And I'll hit this to return. Click. So now that's macro 1. It moves the mouse there and it clicks. So let's go back to that. We'll play that macro 1. So my mouse is now over here. So you can see whenever I press that, we got to click our golden cookie here. Frenzy. So let's play back macro 0. And I don't think there's a frenzy for... I'm only getting +1 cookies. I don't think it matters at this point. Anyways, so we're going to make a new recording for the macro. Macro 1 moves the mouse over there and then clicks. So wherever the mouse is, you can hit macro 1 and it'll move it back there and click. But that's not particularly exciting, so we're going to move it to here. But we also want to be able to click these things, right? So let's start down here. We'll click on this thing, then this thing, then this thing, then this thing, then back to the mouse, right? Or back to the cookie. So we'll do another mouse move. Mouse move and click. I'm actually going to increase the step size for this by hitting plus. There we go. Move our mouse over here. We'll click on the bottom one first. So I think that's a better way to handle it. Minus a little bit smaller step. Minus, minus. Yeah, that's just fine. Click there. Next mouse move. We'll do another mouse move. Increase the step again. Click on that bottom one, we'll click on this one next. And then another mouse click. Again, we'll do more plus to make the jump a bit better. Whee. If we want to get fine, I think the grandma was next. Yeah, that's a different value, so that's good. And then next click will be up here. Mouse move and click. See, when I don't adjust the step, it's a lot smaller. Let's go back to that. There we are. Mouse moves a lot faster. And last purchase is the cursor. Click. All right. So now when I click, let's see. Actually, we should probably click like twice, I think. I've actually done this before, so I've been playing around with it. So I know I would rather have it click twice on each of those locations. It starts at that low point. That's the mouse or the cookie click. Then it moves to this spot, which I believe is this one. So we'll duplicate that by making another left click, mouse left click. There we go. Then we'll move that one down, that one down. Copy that mouse click and put another mouse click there, there, there. There we go. So this is the mouse move. Let's move this mouse. That's for the moving to the cookie. Move that down. So after we're done with these clicks, click that one, click here, 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 and we'll click on that last one twice. There we go. Then we move back to the cookie, and then let's do click, 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 click. There we go. So that's macro 1 now. So let's go back and play our macro. Actually, let's go to the hotkey mode. So in the hotkey mode, you just press this for macro 0, macro 1, macro 2, macro 3, macro 4, and this gets you out of the macro mode, the hotkey mode. So let's press macro 1. There we go. So you can see we've just clicked here twice, here twice, here twice, here twice. We've got 2 grandmas and 2 cursors. So when we hit this button, and we can actually, since our cursor winds up on the cookie, switch back to macro 0 and just click. We just hold it down. And we can hold it down until more of these light up. So let's see if we can get to, how quickly we can get to 12,000 here using just this. More macro, more grandmas. Oh, let's get our multipliers here. Definitely want these. This is a game about investment. You have to invest in the future of your cookie factory. That's what's important. And since our clicks are very powerful, and we can just hold down this button, that's where we're choosing to focus our attention. I'll get a farm up here pretty soon. That'll light up, and I'll just switch to macro 1. There's all the clicks. I love that little like zip sound that it makes, because it actually clicks. It like clicks these buttons, and there's a release sound effect that it plays, but it clicks them all so fast that it just goes zzz. So let's get the farm. We'll get 1,400. There we go. Then we'll get all 3 of those. Ready, set, go. That little zip sound. So this is MikeMike. Now there's a feature request to add for locking down one of these buttons, but you know, we're grown-ups here. We can just do like a normal person would do, and you know, put his cell phone on it. We're doing some redneck engineering here. Except my cell phone's not heavy enough. All right, fine. Let's get ourselves some more things here. I just love that sound. And you could actually just hold this down, because it's just going to keep buying cursors until the cursors cost more than the grandmas, and then those will unlock next. Although it will buy 2 if it can. So we're getting our multiplier going. 49 per second, holding down one button. There's good, exciting things here. So here's our duplicator. And we're going to have... I actually don't know what that did. I didn't read it. It's probably something about clicking or something. It doesn't matter. We're actually just going to click everything forever. So we're auto-clicking. We're grandma clicking. You know, we can even make it like the first thing. These values seem pretty good. Let's get a click on that first. So let's escape our hotkey mode. Let's edit our macro. Oops. Edit macro 1 is the one that runs around and clicks on everything. So we'll add another click move up here, but we'll start clicking on this upgrade first. So click on the upgrade first, and then back down to here, and then move around. So we actually had, so we've got the cookie move. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's clicking on mine, farm, grandma, cursor. And before we do that, let's do a mouse move. Come on. Oops, I'm backwards over here, sorry. Let me empty that action. We'll do a mouse move and click. Slow move. Let's increase our step here. Step, step, step. Much faster. Yeah, that's where we want to be. We want to click on that. So we'll save that. So this right here, that's our move and click. So we'll move that one up with, see if I remember the key. Is it I? Yeah, I. So the first thing we click now will be that. So even if that's not lit up, we'll click on it anyways. There we are. So that's macro 1 updated. So we'll go back to hotkey mode, press macro 1. We got our upgrades. Very nice. And back to clicking. So let's talk about the features here. We're ready to put, obviously, holding down my finger like this is kind of ridiculous, so I need to make an auto-repeat function. I also want to make one that lets it, at the end of the macro instruction, it says run macro 2 or run macro 1, like it can kick off more macros, and you can, you know, potentially put yourself in a loop. That'd be pretty cool. I'm actually not sure if the stack would overflow if you did that. That'd be kind of funny if you crashed MikeMike by putting it in an infinite loop. But you know, I'll figure out a way to catch something like that so you don't have to worry about it. Let's go back to just regular clicking. 2, 5. We're getting ourselves up toward mining territory. But we need those duplicators. That's the other thing, is it buys basically as soon as it can. So you've got, it's automatic. You don't really have opportunity to save up that much. But this is what we're doing, right? We're just going as quickly as we can. Let's get our grandma efficiency back up. Look at that. Almost 50% more efficiency. Let's get another grandma. So this is just, you know, we're just messing around with games here. But MikeMike is a powerhouse for doing all this other stuff, doing work, getting things done that actually matter, like that paperclip game where you click a bunch. That's also important. I just want to see people get more work done where they have to switch windows, move stuff around, managing spreadsheets, things like that. I just want that to be super simple for them. Even entering repetitive data into browsers, things like that. And even get it to type stuff, although I'm not sure what we would type. This game is not particularly receptive to any kind of typing. Looks like we got a little upgrade over there in the corner. Let's hit that one. Very nice, very nice. To 170. So you get the picture. This is what we're here for. This is mad MikeMike action. And then at any point, no matter where your mouse is, you can hit that button and be replaced back where you need to be. So that's a short introduction on how to cheat at cookieclicker, and hopefully whet your appetite for the idea of doing other things like I don't know, like doing other key taps, adding delays into things, doing a combo tap for let's do Control C. I think that's do a lowercase c. I don't think it actually makes a difference, but we'll find out. Let's do Control V actually. Do V, there we go. Save that. And we'll just empty the rest of this out. That's macro 0 now. Go back to hotkey mode, and we'll make our copy here. And hotkey mode is 0. Paste, 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 paste. We're just getting rid of all this. ASDF. Looking good, huh? That's power on MikeMike. We're just clicking all those cookies. That's what it's all about. Alright, I'll figure out something else to do with MikeMike. Take any recommendations too. Feel free to let me know what you want to see MikeMike do next.